The 27th of July 2021 was a warm summer's evening, and in a quiet street in Fruitland, Idaho, then 5-year-old little boy Michael Joseph Vaughan went outside of his home onto his street looking for some friends to play with. His mother Brandi was at work, and his dad Tyler was in the house with Michael and his little baby sister. At around 6:20, 6:25, little baby sister needed a diaper change. So Dad Tyler went in the other room to change the baby. Michael was in the living room at the time, safe and sound. But around 15 minutes later, after Tyler had ordered some pizza for the family, he shouted Michael. No answer. He went in the living room. Michael wasn't there. Thought Michael had gone into another room, searched the entire house. Michael was nowhere to be seen. Tyler was panicking at this point. Went outside to see if Michael had slipped into the backyard or in the workshop out the back. He wasn't there either. So around 7 p.m, Tyler got in his car and started to drive around the neighbourhood. He went to the splash pad, which is just a street to the north of Michael's home, because Michael liked to play there. And Michael wasn't there either. Tyler was seen on CCTV at 7:01 at the splash pad, but Michael never made it to the splash pad. At CCTV there, we know Michael never made it to the splash pad. Why? Because in that quiet neighbourhood in Fruitland, Idaho, monsters were on the prowl that night. A year into the investigation, police updated and said that Michael likely disappeared between 6:40 and 7 p.m. That's the time when no one had eyes on Michael. You see, after he'd gone outside, several neighbours saw Michael. At 6:37, one neighbour even walked Michael back to his house, but unfortunately didn't knock on the door so that Tyler knew that Michael was outside. Well, Michael didn't want to go inside. He wanted to play out on a nice sunny summer's evening, and he stayed out, and those monsters got him. In November of 2022, after a quote-unquote credible tip from someone who lived inside the home, police searched the home of Sarah and Stacey Wanderer. That included a massive dig-up of the entire backyard in search of Michael's remains. You see, one of those people from inside the home, Stacey Wanderer, was in jail on unrelated charges, and he told the cops that Michael's body was buried in the backyard. Even though cadaver dogs hit on that backyard, numerous dogs, Michael's remains were not found there. Sarah Wanderer was arrested for concealing the death of Michael Vaughan. Those charges, though, didn't stick. But Sarah is also now in jail on unrelated charges. In a absolutely heartbreaking press conference in December of 2022, Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff had to give the heartbreaking news to the public that their search for Michael's remains had not been successful. But they did name 4 suspects: Sarah and Stacey Wanderer, and then 2 other people who were living in the Wanderer's house at that time: Brandon Shirtliff and Adrian Lucian. When he got out of jail, Stacey Wanderer did the rounds on YouTube. I've got a bunch of videos about Stacey Wanderer's inconsistent statements and downright lies. Body cam footage of Stacey Wanderer has recently been released. From November of 2022, when Stacey was supposedly assisting the police in finding Michael's remains, a police officer over FaceTime with Stacey, who was in jail at the time, said, "You're 10,000 million% positive he was back here in the backyard?" "Yes," he replied. "You're the one that brought us here, so that's why we don't want to leave here unless we have Michael," said the police officer. Yet Michael wasn't there. "It just doesn't make sense why he wouldn't, why he's not in the area that your guys are digging in," said Stacey Wanderer. "He says his wife Sarah buried Michael, claiming he himself was innocent. Yeah, I had no, I can't even mow the yard. Do you see me digging a hole that big? Like I said, Sarah could have done something with the body when I wasn't home, knowing that she knew I'd seen where she was digging. I'm distraught. I want this done and over with. This family has suffered way too long, said Stacey Wanderer. Yet Stacey Wanderer pleads his innocence whilst lying to various YouTube creators about seeing a child on Southwest 8th Street, who changed from a little kid to one who was maybe 8 or 9, to him being a little boy, to him being gender undetermined, to him being someone who lived on that street, to someone who was Mexican, distancing himself from any knowledge of Michael. Stacey went back to jail and then got out again and went on a YouTube panel with Brandi Neal and lied to her face. Well, Stacey and the other 3 lowlifes who are connected to this monstrous parade of lies, they're going to be laughing on the other side of their faces soon, because Michael, dear little Michael, justice is coming. You have waited so long, and your family has waited so long for justice. But it is coming. Brandi Neal, Michael's mother, on Friday, a couple of days ago, released a 4-minute video explaining why she knows justice is finally coming for Michael. I'm going to play that video. It's on Monkey's Army's channel if you want to go and listen to the original. I've audio boosted it because the audio was very low on that video. But I'm going to say goodbye here and let Brandi finish out this video. Finally, justice is coming.
Hey everybody, I'm here today. It is Friday, January 24th, 2025. Michael Joseph Vaughan was abducted on July 27th of 2021. It has been 1,277 days since Michael has not been home. Fruitland Police Department, the FBI, many other agencies have diligently, tirelessly worked effortlessly to help find Michael and bring him home and get justice for Michael. There have been 4 named suspects in Michael's case. Stacey Wanderer, Sarah Wanderer, Brandon Shirtliff, and Adrian Lucian. I went and spoke with the prosecuting attorney at Mike Duke's office this afternoon. I saw the complaint file documents for the charges for those 4 suspects that will be brought to them. As hard as they were all to see them in words, but tears on those papers. Justice is coming. As those papers are drawn, Fruitland Police Department are continuously and still working on leads and suspects that are speaking to law enforcement, as well as other persons of interest in Michael's case. They're doing a tremendous job, all of them, and they're working together. And we stand with them. It was amazing to see, and as heartbreaking it is to see, nobody's giving up. And those charges, they are coming. I saw them in black and white. Thank you, everybody that continues to support the law enforcement and our justice system, our Piatt County justice system. They're going to get justice for Michael. So, Sarah, Stacy, Brandon, Adrian, charges are coming. We know what you did. Tell us where Michael is. Because no matter what, justice will come. And we will find Michael. Monkey's Army will never give up. Thank you everyone again for your support. Continue and pray for answers. And please continue to support our law enforcement and the prosecuting attorney who will be trying these suspects in the abduction of our son, Michael Joseph Vaughan. Monkey, baby, I promised. We keep fighting every day. Pinky promise, my love. Be kind, everyone. I'll be in touch.